Young people in rural areas are often the first to notice when something needs to change. Maybe your village needs more activities. Maybe there's a problem with the environment. Or maybe you feel that young people don't have enough opportunities to be involved. These are not just problems, they are opportunities to take action. When young people come together and take initiative, these strengths can turn into real, visible change. This is what community led initiatives are about. They are not about waiting for solutions from outside. They are about creating solutions from within, by the people who understand the community best. This module is part of the Rural 2.0 project, co-funded by the Erasmus Plus program of the European Union. Here, you will learn how to organize your own initiative in your community. You will explore how to bring people together, plan simple activities, and turn your ideas into action. Fun fact, many successful community projects start with just 2 to 3 motivated people. Practical tip, think about one small change you would like to see in your community, because every initiative starts with an idea and the decision to act. To understand why community-led initiatives matter, we first need to look at the bigger picture. Across Europe, many rural areas face similar challenges. Young people often have fewer opportunities compared to those living in cities. There can be limited access to education, jobs, services, and social activities. Research at the European level shows that rural youth still face barriers in access to opportunities, participation, and services, even though progress is being made. In addition, young people often move to cities in search of better opportunities. At the same time, youth unemployment and inactivity can still be a challenge. For example, in the European Union, around 13% of young people are not in education, employment, or training, and this number is often higher in rural areas than in cities. But this is only one side of the story. Rural communities also have strong and valuable advantages. People often know each other well. There is trust between individuals, and there is a strong sense of identity and belonging. Research shows that informal support systems, like family, friends, and neighbors, play a very important role in supporting young people in rural areas. These strengths create the right conditions for community action. Because when people trust each other, it is easier to work together, share ideas, and support one another. This means that young people are in a strong position to create change. They understand their communities, they see their needs, and they already have the relationships needed to take action. Fun fact, challenges show where change is needed, but strengths show that change is possible. This is why community-led initiatives are so important. They allow young people to use the strengths of their community to respond to real local needs. In many parts of Europe, young people are already creating change. They are organizing local events, environmental actions, and social initiatives that bring communities together. They also help young people grow. By participating in initiatives, young people develop leadership skills. They learn how to work in teams, communicate effectively, and manage projects from start to finish. This is why empowering young people to take initiative is not just important, it is essential for the future of rural communities. Fun fact, young people who take part in community projects are more likely to stay active and engaged in society as adults. That means small actions today can shape stronger communities tomorrow. A community-led initiative is a project or activity created and organized by people from within the community. Instead of waiting for outside organizations or authorities, local people take action themselves to improve their surroundings. These initiatives can take many forms. It might be organizing a village cleanup or an underwater marine cleanup, creating cultural or youth events, protecting local forests or rivers, supporting elderly community members, or bringing people together through sports and social activities. What makes these initiatives powerful is that they are based on real needs and local knowledge. They are created by people who understand the community best. Because of this, they create a strong sense of ownership. People are not just participants, they become part of the solution. But community led initiatives are not only about solving problems, they also help young people build important skills: leadership, teamwork, communication, and project management. These are useful skills not only for community life, but also for education and future careers. Over time, even small actions can grow into a regular project, and a small team can inspire wider change in the community. Practical tip: start with a simple idea that solves a real problem in your community. You do not need a big budget or a big team in the beginning. What matters most is identifying a need, talking to other people, and taking the first step. This is how community change begins. You can start a community led initiative too. It begins with discovering your passion, recognizing a problem in your community, and imagining how things could improve. The most successful initiatives do not end after one activity. They grow over time, become part of the community, and empower more people to get involved. Once you identify an issue, the next step is to talk with people. Speak with individuals, groups, local businesses, and local authorities. Collect information, understand different perspectives, and explore possible solutions. These are called focus group discussions. You can also learn from research or existing examples to better understand the root causes of the problem. When people see a clear idea and understand its benefits, they are more willing to join. Practical tip: focus on starting small. Growth comes later. Even small community initiatives need some budget. Common costs may include materials, transportation, food or refreshments, and promotion. In some cases, you may also need to consider venue costs or small participation fees. However, many costs can be reduced by relying on the goodwill of the community. People may contribute their time, share equipment, offer knowledge, or support through their networks. The total budget depends on several factors: complexity of the project, its duration, the number of people involved, the distance to the project location, and whether some participants receive honorariums. Funding can come from different sources, like municipalities, donations, fundraising activities, small grants, or support from the private sector. Support does not always need to be financial. It can also come in the form of materials, services, time, knowledge, or contributions during events. Good financial management helps your initiative stay organized and builds trust within the community. Practical tip: keep track of all expenses in a simple table. Record the name of each expense, receipt number, amount spent, purpose, and the budget category. You should also prepare a basic budget plan before starting your initiative. Most community initiatives begin with a small group of motivated people. You do not need a large team to start. In fact, small teams are often more effective in the beginning. They are easier to organize, communicate faster, and stay more flexible. A team allows you to share responsibilities and maintain motivation over time. Each member can contribute in a different way. For example, one person can take the role of coordinator and help organize activities. Another can focus on communication, promoting the initiative, and reaching out to the community. Someone else can manage logistics, taking care of materials, locations, and practical details. And another person can support volunteers, helping them stay engaged and informed. These roles do not need to be formal, but having clear responsibilities helps avoid confusion and keeps the team focused. Example: a young team that meets regularly, shares tasks equally, and discusses challenges openly is more likely to succeed and stay motivated. Practical tip: organize short weekly check ins to review progress, solve problems, and plan next steps together. No community initiative can succeed without people. Volunteers are the driving force behind any project. They give their time, energy, and ideas to make things happen. But people do not participate automatically. They need to understand why the initiative matters, how it benefits the community, and how they can be part of it. There are many effective ways to involve people. You can talk directly with community members, use social media, organize small meetings, or collaborate with schools and youth groups. Involving local leaders can also help build trust and visibility. When people feel included and connected to the idea, they are much more likely to participate. Fun fact: people are more likely to join when they receive a personal invitation. Practical tip: start with people you already know, friends, classmates, and neighbors, and grow from there. Once you have your idea and your team, the next step is planning. Good planning is what turns a simple idea into a successful community initiative. A clear and structured plan helps you stay organized, avoid problems, and involve more people. A simple planning process includes 5 key steps. First, define your goal. What do you want to achieve? Second, identify your target group. Who is this activity for? Third, choose the right location and date. Fourth, plan your activities and prepare the materials you will need. Finally, promote your event so people know about it and can join. Even simple planning can make a big difference. Fun fact: in many community projects, good organization is one of the strongest predictors of success. Practical tip: write your plan down and create a simple checklist. It will help you stay focused, organized, and prepared for your activity. Before you implement your initiative, there is one more important step: risk assessment. Every project, even a small community initiative, involves some level of risk. These are potential situations that could affect your activities or reduce your impact. Risk assessment helps you prepare in advance. It means identifying what could go wrong, understanding how serious it could be, and deciding how to prevent or reduce it. Start by listing possible risks. For example, low participation, bad weather, lack of materials, delays, or safety issues. Then, for each risk, estimate its level. Is it low, medium, or high? After that, think about solutions. What actions can you take to eliminate the risk or reduce its impact? For example, if you expect low participation, you can improve promotion. If weather is a risk, you can prepare an indoor alternative. This process is widely used in project planning to improve success and reduce uncertainty. It also shows responsibility and professionalism. When you present your idea to partners or funders, they will see that you have thought ahead and are prepared for challenges. Practical tip: create a simple risk table with 3 columns: risk, level, solution. This will help you stay organized, confident, and ready to act. Planning a community event is a crucial step in your initiative. It helps you present your goals, show your progress, and share your results with the community. Events can be organized at different stages. At the beginning, to explain why the initiative is needed and what you plan to achieve. And at the end, to present what has been done and show the difference between the situation before and after. Some initiatives organize a final event as a summary of the whole process, including the problem, the actions taken, the people involved, and the results achieved. Community events can take place in different locations, These may include municipal halls, community centers, cultural spaces, or even outdoor public areas. A typical event may include a presentation with photos or data showing the before and after situation. This can be followed by an open discussion with the community and a closing moment, such as a short video, an announcement of future activities, or a call to action. Good planning is essential. Events should be prepared at least 1 to 2 months in advance, depending on their complexity. This includes inviting key stakeholders. These may be local and regional authorities, schools, universities, NGOs, businesses, and other community organizations. Promotion is equally important. Use social media, local radio, posters, videos, or any communication channels available in your community. The goal is to reach as many people as possible. A well-attended event increases visibility, attracts potential supporters, and encourages more people to get involved. It can also help attract funding and build long-term support. Fun fact: well-organized events often bring in people who were not previously involved in the initiative. Practical tip: create a clear plan, assign roles to your team, prepare a stakeholder list, set a budget, and develop a simple promotion strategy. Events are not just presentations. They are opportunities to grow your initiative and strengthen your community. A successful initiative does not stop after one event. To create real impact, you need to think about sustainability. How can your initiative continue over time? One important step is building long-term partnerships. Working with local organizations, schools, or municipalities can help you maintain support and resources. Another way is to create regular activities. Instead of a one-time event, think about how your initiative can happen again, monthly, seasonally, or annually. It is also important to involve new people. Bringing in new volunteers keeps the initiative active, fresh, and growing. Sustainability is about creating something that becomes part of the community, not just a temporary action. Even small initiatives can grow into long-term projects when they are repeated and supported. Practical tip: after your first event, always plan the next step. This keeps momentum and helps your initiative continue to develop. In a rural village in a country in Southeast Europe, a group of young people noticed a growing problem. All kinds of waste, like plastic, cloths, tires, even appliances, were accumulating in nearby rivers and springs, affecting the environment and the community. Instead of waiting for someone else to take action, they decided to act themselves. They started by forming a small team. Then, they contacted the local environmental organization, municipality, and private sector to inform them and ask for support. The municipality gave them trucks and heavy machinery. Private sector gave them meals, refreshments, and tools for work. Local schools gave them a place to rest. They promoted a cleanup event through their networks, schools, and social media. On the day of the event, more than 50 volunteers joined. Some of them were also international volunteers because they published their initiative on social media. Together, they removed a large amount of waste from the river's area. But the impact did not stop there. What began as a one-time activity became a regular monthly initiative. More people continued to join, and awareness in the community increased. This example shows how a simple idea, combined with teamwork and action, can grow into lasting change. Let's reflect on what we have learned. Community-led initiatives start with something simple: an idea, a need, or a problem you care about. From there, change happens step by step. You identify the issue. You talk with people. You build a small team. You plan your actions and you take the first step. Along the way, you learn how to manage resources, involve volunteers, and organize activities. You learn how to communicate, build trust, and work with partners. And you understand that even small actions can grow into long term impact when they are repeated and supported. We have also seen that strong initiatives are not built alone, they are built together through teamwork, shared responsibility, and collaboration with the wider community. Good planning, clear communication, and transparency help your initiative grow and gain support. And sustainability comes from thinking beyond one event, creating something that continues over time and becomes part of a community. So, what can you do next? You can start today. First, identify one issue in your community that matters to you. Second, talk to 2 or 3 people and share your idea. Third, take one small action. It could be a meeting, a simple activity, or the first step in organizing something bigger. You do not need big resources. You do not need perfect conditions. What you need is motivation, curiosity, and the willingness to act.